Hi guys, it's Professor Fernandez. I'm really excited about the work that you guys are doing this semester. Like it's really making me happy. One of the things I'm starting to see is that there's a lot of stuff out there, right? You guys have done your research log, which means you have at least 5 sources. You have your notes from your viewing, hearing of the podcast. So you should be I think 4, because the next week I think it's 5 and 6. So you should have at least 4 episodes in. Some of you are like more than halfway done. You have the a copy of the appeal with additional information. If you've watched the HBO documentary, which you really, really should, like you really should watch it. If you could find someone with HBO, go for it. If you guys want to like somehow I cannot be part of it, but if you guys want to organize like a watch party, like an online watch party, there's a thing now. I don't know how to organize that, but if you guys wanted to do that, you should definitely do that. So you have a lot of information, and so it's probably really hard to try to now keep that information all together in your head because this case has been around for more than 20 years now. So um, let's see if I can help you get all that situation. So what I want to teach you guys right now is how to use something called OneNote. If you don't know what OneNote is, think of it as like Google Docs, but a little bit more organized. It's a way to keep all your files and things organized together. It's an opportunity where you can like link out to things. So if you are taking notes on something, and then you can link out to the article or whatever that you're linking out to. It's just a way to keep everything organized as you're going through this. So I'm going to screen share here. Before I do that, so how you get to OneNote, there's a couple of ways you get to OneNote. Everyone gets OneNote for free with your lonestar.edu email. Okay, so the same email you use to log into Microsoft Teams is the same you would log on to get OneNote and Word and Excel. So we are considered a Microsoft campus in that the products that we use to teach and to organize ourselves on campus are Microsoft products. So everyone has access to it. How you go and get access to it is that you would go to onedrive.com and then you would put your information in there. In fact, let me show you how to do that. Let me screen share. I'm going to screen share, and I'm actually going to screen share. So this is my personal OneDrive, but I'm going to show you another way to get into OneDrive. Um, and I'm going to actually use my school account instead of my personal account. Do not email me on my personal email because I will not answer. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me sign in here. And so I'm going to put in my Lone Star address. You know this address well because several of you have emailed me at it. All right, so that's my Lone Star email. And then when I click on that, it's going to take me to this page, which is it's got Lone Star branding. So that's how you know you're going to the right place. And I'm going to put in the password that I usually put in for when I use my Lone Star email, of which I'm not going to tell you. And let's just be very surprised and happy that I remembered it. And so then you have like all this great stuff, right? You have this OneDrive here. And you know it's OneDrive because it'll say right here. And so what OneDrive does is it's Google Drive. It's Google Drive, but Microsoft. So what's so great is that you hit this button with the 9 dots here, and you get like all the things. These are all the apps that are available to you. So yeah, there's a class notebook that we don't use. I don't know what Delve is, but that looks quite exciting. I don't know what Dynamics 365 is. Forms, you guys use this all the time. This is the actual, like I create the form and you do your end of week check-in. It's how to do that. I'm the only one that can see the results. Ha ha ha, funny. Then there's OneDrive. So then OneNote is one of the things that you have. And so I would click OneNote. And so this wonderful thing happens, right? We have this thing. And there's a couple of words you gotta need to know, right? There's the notebook, which is where everything is. right? Think of it as an actual physical notebook. Then inside you have sections, and inside those sections you have pages. So I'm gonna click on new notebook, and I'm gonna call it investigation. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm gonna call it investigation, right? And so then OneNote's gonna create a brand new notebook for me. And so of course it tells me the notebook is empty because I haven't put anything in it. So it tells me all the things, use drag handles to easily move text, blah, blah, blah. Got it. Okay. So you see this section, this thing here says plus section on the bottom, plus page. That's how you add things, right? So right now we're in the notebook. So think of it as like an actual like notebook, like spiral composition notebooks, whatever you want to do. Then we hit plus section, and we're going to name the section. And maybe as we're doing our investigation, maybe we have podcast notes. Woohoo! Okay, as soon as we make a section, there's already a page. We can go ahead and title our page, and we can maybe go episode 1 and click out of it, and we can go right under, see where it's blinking here, and we can add our notes here on episode 1. And it works just like Word, essentially. So you can say, these are my notes on episode 1. Boy, there are a lot of people in here. And you know how, guys, I feel about the word a lot, but a lot. So you see that that's there, and it works just like Word. You can actually make this type bigger, just literally making the point size bigger. You can bold it. You can add tags to it if you would like. This is fun stuff. I have not personally played with this because this is a lot of power for me, and I like to keep things simple. There is spell check. You can write it in different styles. This is very reminiscent of Word. Like you can do a heading and a title and whatnot. So however you want to organize your notes. You can also highlight things and insert a link. So you can highlight, put a link in here, and maybe it's a link to an article or something that you listened to, that you saw, that it goes back to what you listened to in the podcast. So that's something that's cool and helpful. There's also a way to insert pictures. So you can insert in pictures from online. So if you want a picture of Adnan and Hey, you can just look for Adnan, or you can look for Hey, and you can just insert it there. And so it will insert pictures in here for you. Oh, where's my text? Oh, my text was highlighted, so got rid of my text, but text goes here. So you can do that if there's anything. Let's go back to picture here, insert picture. So if there's anything that you have that's that you downloaded that you want to use as a reference, not use as like you're gonna put it out into the world with your name on it, because that's called plagiarism, and you get sued for that. But if you wanted to, if there's like a picture maybe of one of the crime scenes or something that you wanted to do, or maybe wanted to go to the Serial Podcast website and get one of their images, like the call log image, right? Which everybody wants to know about these call logs, or they want to know about the people map, they can actually copy, right click, save, and then upload it from there onto your notes here. A couple of things that I think are really cool. You can actually insert stickers. Like, oh my God, all the stickers. I don't know. Let's just insert this one. Maybe we're happy about it. So you can insert stickers and do all that stuff. What I like actually is this audio thing right here where you can actually dictate your notes. So you can click this. I'm not going to click it because I'm actually using audio right now for this video, but you can use it in any language. So if you say you have Spanish and your Spanish is Mexican Spanish, which is different than Spanish from Spain, different, you can go ahead and do that. Just like if you are French Canadian, I'm wondering if there's any Portuguese. I know we have someone who's Brazilian. It's not in here. I don't see it. Oh, wait. Yeah, here it is. Portuguese, Brazil. If you wanted to do that, you can dictate in what other language you have. So if English is your first language, go ahead. English is great. If your other first language is maybe Portuguese or Spanish, or if it's Hindi or any other thing, you can go ahead and click on this button here and dictate your notes. Because maybe it's something that you just don't want to type, you just want to think out loud. And so you click on that and you just think out loud, and it will save that for you as a Word file, as a, not a Word file, but as an audio file. It can also write the words down for you as well. FYI, Word has the same feature, by the way, in case you felt like that's a great way to start writing a paper. I don't know. Okay, so you have have those things, and maybe you're looking at, you have podcast notes, and maybe you're looking at the wonderful documentary. So you add section here, and you say documentary, right? And so now you have another section in your notebook with just the documentary stuff. And you can add as many pages as you want by clicking plus page here, and you can title it anything you want. Anything you want. Here you go. So that's a really good way to keep everything organized and in one spot, because I know it's really easy to get lost with everything. If you want to add a section here and just go research log, if this is where you want to keep your research log, you can do that, and you can actually insert columns here somehow, a table somehow. Oh, research log. How about that? Let's do that. And then it'll come up. Okay. So we got to label it, and then you could insert your research log in here. Now here's the thing. Don't ask me how to download it and put it into D2L, because I don't know how to do that from here. But if you wanted to keep your research log going, and then maybe just cut and paste on a Word doc and PDF it, that's probably the best way to go. And you can just keep your research log there. So everything is compressed and everything is in one spot. So when you are starting to do your investigations or going in there, maybe you have a section in your OneDrive, or a page in your research log where you just have questions. Like maybe there's just a bunch of questions that are coming up while you're doing your research, and you're just like, I've got to write them down because I want to ask these questions, and maybe that could help me with keyword searching. Perfect. You just write your questions down there. What's up with Christina Gutierrez, right? That's a big question everybody has when they listen to that section of Serial. So, that's another question you can just keep track of. And so that's going to be really helpful for your investigation. Of course, like you can, if you want to move things around, maybe like the most important thing right now is the documentary notes. You can actually move the tab down so that the most important things on top, right here on the section side of OneNote. So I hope that is really helpful. Let me stop sharing here so I can talk to you. I hope that's really helpful. It's something that I'm playing with personally as well, for another project that I'm doing, that I'm not going to tell you about. But I'm finding it really helpful. So I'm hoping that it's going to be really helpful for you too, to try to keep track of everything, because I'm pretty sure week 6, it's already getting unruly. You have notes flying everywhere. Everything's written down somewhere. You don't know where everything is. You can actually scan things with your phone because there is a OneNote app. You can scan it with your phone and put it in your OneNote folder. Notebook. I call it notebook. You can scan it in your OneNote notebook. So that way, If you like to write things down, you can actually scan them in. So in case you lose your paper copy, you actually have a digitalized copy of your paper stuff. So I hope that is helpful. Um, I'm excited to guess. I'm so excited again about the work that you guys are doing. You're asking really, really good questions, which is half the battle with an investigation or whenever you're researching something. As you're working on something and investigating and researching, questions will come up and should come up, but you need a place to put all that stuff together. So I hope that's helpful.